Alright, sorry about that. We are back to another stream of Elden Ring. Super sorry for the super late start. I was working on that piece of Bloodborne. Not all day, but like I got sidetracked with the stuff, so yeah, that also got late. So we are now back here in Elden Ring. If you wanted to go see a quick speed paint of I did for the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne, technically late for the North America release, but on time for the Japanese release. Anyway, let me go check that out. The art is up in the post page, but also the speed paint is up in shorts. Anyway, so last time we got through the Weaving Peninsula. Arena is dead, and what's his face said he failed his duty, and now he's gonna go hunt down those bastards. Also, welcome Felix to the stream. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath because I wanted to quickly get back up here. Anyway, so now we're gonna head up this way to the higher parts of Limgrave. Shot all sides. Cool. Camera. Anyway, first step. Forgot that these guys like to just spam arrows. Ow. Anyway, I was rudely interrupted. Ow. also just realized I forgot one dungeon in Weeping Peninsula. So I'm gonna go do that first. Just gonna go back now. It's like right underneath the fourth church. Wait here. No, yeah, it's right over here. Alright, let's just go back real quick. There he is. Dead. And as you see, no longer need to get the torch out. Poison swamps. Headache. Excuse me. cookbook. Like that one, even. Oh, hello. I think as I rolled into the poison, it went up faster than usual. The toughest boss of this entire game. Okay, actually, hang on. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay, now let's go back on our main path. Bring myself all the way up here. Just fine. Hold on. Oh, hello. Do you... Fuck off. Oh my god. Just wanted to get ready like a cool, you know, with a cool arc magic. But no.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it. You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven. Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little one. It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know. It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, tell them I love them. I'm finally getting that.
Alright. Now, head over to the real challenge. No, not the wolves. Hello. Ow. Come on. There we go. kill Everjail. Is the real test. Yeah, it's close. Ow. Damn it. Yeah, better off just fighting it melee to melee. Excuse me. Come on. Damn it, I always roll into that. Darn it all. Okay, I need... Who is talking right now? Let's try this again. Damn it. Oy vey. Come on. Damn it. Fuck. Assholes. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on, really? Oh, come on, I rolled just then. Ugh. Hello, Pepperjack Guy 10. Welcome to the stream. Just in time to see me get my ass handed to me by the Crucible Knight. Everyone's favorite optional wall. There's always just that one combo he'll do where I just get stuck in a loop. Damn it. Terrain. Terrain. Got him. There we go. Perfect. Hell, that for 20,000 runes. Alright. This might be a shorter stream tonight, depending on what we do. I'm just cleaning up the rest of Limgrave before we head up to Stormvale. So we're probably going to end on fighting Margit. I did kind of start late tonight because I was working on some art for the 10th anniversary of Bloodborne, which you can see as a speed paint on my channel. Plug. It's also in the post section as well. But I know I'm trying to actually think if there's going to be like anything major that'll take us a while, because we got the one invader here. There's the dead bird in here. There's the one thing. There's like 2 more dungeons over here, then the Mariner, and then we got Agil. So things will probably be done pretty quick, all things considered. But it works all right, just because, like I said, we're not going to be up all night going through stuff. Arrows reach Talisman. Oh, thanks, Multiverses, for the update file. Yeah, just making sure I was going the right way. Didn't realize there's so many bats here. Starlight Shard. Really like your animations, by the way. Thank you. I've taken a slight break from doing shorts for the time being because I have a longer animation in the works. Though I've missed my first deadline with Monster Hunter Wilds release. But it looks like I might still be able to get the joke down. Alright, it's a Monster Hunter short based on Sunbreak and how it feels very much like you're fighting Dracula when you're fighting Malzeno. That much I'll say. I kind of took a quick break from that only because it was so back to back with Sekiro and Bloodborne's anniversaries this weekend. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to work on those first. So I have like several ideas for like a bit longer videos right now. So I might do a couple more shorts once I'm done with the Monster Hunter animation. I might, I'll probably for May, I'll do like, you know, anything Elden Ring related since Night Rain comes out on the 30th that month. But other than that, I have like a pretty solid idea for like a bit more longer formed animation I want to work on. So close to my birthday. Well, happy future birthday, I guess. Alright. Let's see, where do we want to go first? Probably go down towards his face. So we can get some more Ashes of War. Nice. Or we could just skip everything and go right into Liurnia. I'm just kidding. Hello.
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Oh, bless you. Head to the foundation of gold tarnished. Traverse Rhea Lucaria, glintstone eventide, and reunite the half-crescents at the grand lift. Oh, but the bridge is collapsed and cannot be crossed. Only, why should that matter? Stormvale Castle still stands tall.
Alright, Pepperjack, you have yourself a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow's stream will be a lot earlier. So I'm not going to go into Liurnia, I just know there is a... There he is. You little bastard. I have to awkwardly... There we go. Yeah, usually like 8:30 to 9 is when I'll start streams. Unless I get like tied into like a specific art project. But, like I said, I'll be sure to stream much earlier tomorrow. Anyway, you have yourself a good night. I'm just gonna travel back this way. This way. Excuse you. Hello.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. That's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
This one. This one. That's always fun.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword, and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself. Well, until we meet again.
technically another boss we can fight there, but I'm not strong enough to deal with that for right now, so we're just gonna deal with the one here. Death bird out. Forgot the inflict death blade. So the camera is not being my friend right now. There we go. Nice. Get the blue feathered branch sword. Damn, there were 5 in those? I should break those more often. Anyway, see. Ah, I forgot he can snipe you from afar. Yeah, well. Yeah. Don't feel so good now, does it? Excuse me, I'm gonna just take some of this folder bloom. Took him way too long to realize he was in danger. What do we got here? Oh yeah, this is where we get the Beast Crest Heater Shield. What the? Oh. At least two random slugs here. By Recrucent Henricus. Got him. Hammer Townsman. Small red effigy and duelist furled finger. Now we have the ability to open this Coliseum that we will not be going into because it is multiplayer and I'm offline, so can't even do anything. Not to mention I don't care much for PvP in Souls games, so... There. this way. Unthinkable. Our hallowed resting place is violated. To refuse the Erdtree's call to return, to live within death. Sickening. Why do you get to stab people with arrows, but I don't? Black Knife Assassin. Got him. Assassin's Crimson Dagger. And then our first Death Root. What is Death Root? Would you like to know, Wither Boy? Fighting monkeys. Lance Talisman. I'm trying to remember where the other... There's a night where we get like a... What's it called? Blanking on this... On the... Ash of War's name, but it's a really good one to have for just a quick attack boost. There it is. Nice bow, idiot. I almost missed out on a somber smithing stone. That would have been real bad. Or this lance.
Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck.
I heard a friendly voice. In trouble. Okay, let's start putting them into endurance.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Anyone?
Hello.
Oh, my stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this?
Sure, why not?
My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say. Come on. Give me a good smack from behind with something nice and big. I'll pop clean out. I'm sure of it.
There we go. Oh, this big guy. This is the best character in the entire game.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this. Once again, the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter? I'm heading eastward to Redmane Castle, on the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. I've heard there's to be a festival held there. I'm heading to Redmane. I've heard
Alright.
there's to...
Start that quest. Okay, let's see. So I got a dungeon here. 2 Mariner. This up here. And then a Gil. And then we have Margit. You know, I might hold off on Margit for tomorrow, only because I would want to have people be able to watch such an iconic fight. that flower. Yeah. Just kidding. Sorry, I got sidetracked. High Road Cave. Ate all the food. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else here in here. I guess he fell to his death. Ow. Shamshir. Nice. Come on. Go up. There we go. Alright, never mind. It was the other hall. Whoops. Forgot it didn't have it connected all the way through. Excuse me. Ow. Take that. Ah. There we go. Stabbity. Hi, Leda. Just in time to see me poke the toes of a guardian. What did that poor Colossus do to you? Good question. Let me ask the voice of the sky who speaks nothing in riddles to guide me to my next target. I'm doing alright. Got a little late on tonight's stream just because I was working on the Bloodborne art. Just a wee bit. I'm probably going to wrap up soon. Ow. There's a couple more things we got to do before we head to Stormvale, and I think I might hold that off for tomorrow's stream much earlier. Alright, so let's see, we're going to go back here. Do a quick level up. How was Canada, by the way? Did you two have fun? We had so much fun. We hung out with Dick and Alejandro. I also bought a scary animatronic rat. Sweet. I was sitting on that, like, drawing I did of our party, for, like, realizing, oh, yeah, like 80% of the party's not going to be here for a while, so I'm just playing the waiting game to see people's reaction to that meme. Hang on. Shop here, but I went into the graveyard, so these skeletons are going to be a bother. Evan and I were cackling at the serial killers. Glad that was good. I tried my best to match at least like the lighting of that whole thing. Damn it, I was like, oh, are skeletons staying in the graves? Nope. All showing up again. Right, let me go over to the merch before more show up. I can do a quick go for it. Oh, what a lovely melody.
Oh, dear. You might... I'm terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
Halberd. Bandit mask. What is this? Poison arrow. That's cool. Okay. Right. Okay.
I must apologise. I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
You beat the Liza P while we were in Canada. Yes, we beat Liza P.
Is there? Death has left its mark once again.
I'm blinking. Like last week, we finished through Liza P, which is why we're in Elden Ring now.
Ah, a tarnished are ye? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further. The village here has been touched by death. Turn back while you still can. The village turn back.
Do you take game requests? I mean, limited to a PlayStation library. What'd you have in mind? Dream Daddy, of course. Oh my god. I feel like I'd be bored to tears with Bo. I just don't do visual novels. Not even the content of it, like... Just at a certain point, I'm like, where is... There he is. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I'm just gonna be staring at these, like, 4 or 5 PNGs for the next oh so many hours. I'm just like, yep, it sure is a thing. Pretty PNGs. Where'd he go? Which way did he go? Excuse me. Unnecessary. Well, I mean, yeah. Not so much beat 'em up, but more actual, like, game mechanic heavy, if that makes sense. There we are. Like, I don't mind reading or anything like that, because I read, like, item descriptions for stuff all the time in this game. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, I would like to play with a Rubik's Cube right now. Those kind of things. Best way I can describe it.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their death root, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you?
Okay.
Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you, of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman.
Red mark was made on the map. You know, I would actually be down to play near Automata. Automatopoeia. I have played Bayonetta. I haven't finished 2 yet. Wouldn't mind giving that a go. I have it on the Wii U, so I just save, wait for once I get a proper system to stream other games. I can just plug in my Wii U, hope to God it still works. I'm looking at my poor dusty gamepad right now. Yeah, that way then we can actually talk about it outside of I like the opera singer theme. It's that soundtrack and atmosphere. It does look like it has a lot of fun. Very dystopian. Very robots. No, Bayonetta, always a fun time. I'd probably like actually do better to like understand the mechanics and stuff because I kept getting my ass kicked in Bayonetta 1. There were so many trophies of, I forget what the one guy who's like Joe Pesci parody, but I would always end up with getting like an F score at the end of each run. And before we here we go. Toidles. So after, I do say though, when it comes to, you aren't really a fan of turn-based things, right? No, I like turn-based. I played Bug Fables and The Ruin King, both turn-based. I've been wanting to play Baldur's Gate 3 is the thing. I should clarify. Okay, so I don't mind games, like I need a balance between games with story and game mechanics. If I don't have like game mechanics to help me through, a good story can only carry me so far, you know what I mean? Like I would play Baldur's Gate, I would play Dragon Age and stuff like that. Certain aspects of it are a bit of a hindrance. The only time that it's ever really hindered me was trying to get into Mass Effect. I tried twice getting into Mass Effect 2 and I just could not care to look at the two mannequins talking back and forth. And the gunplay was like barely serviceable, if that makes sense. Green Turtle Talisman. But yeah, no, I'm like open to like other stuff like that. It's just one of those, don't play Dragon Age. It's dead, it's dead to us, alright. You don't want me to get invested in Isabubla, or how do you pronounce her name? Only to then see her be besmirched in Vanguard? Or Veilguard, whatever it's called. I don't care. It's wrong and bad. Oh my god. You're taking it too personally. Alright. Have I ever been around here? Hang on. Give me a sec here. I feel like I actually literally just came from there, but let me just double make sure. Also, I think about how Garank eats these things and that gave me its pants forever. Well, you didn't like the game where the character just awkwardly stares into the camera and says they're non-binary? Not a pseudo way to discuss that topic. I've wasted so much of my life on trying. Listen, I've done the same thing with League of Legends. It's fine. We can both watch our favorite characters get besmirched by poor writing redcons here and there. I'm getting sidetracked, so let me see. We're gonna go. I wanted to check over here. That's probably just literally where I found Alexander. I know you barely want more non-binary bossy bottoms in your life, but I'm going to spare you the pain. It's not what I mean. Some tree lilies, that's nice, and more skeletons. I have a feeling about that game. Yeah, it's fine. I get it. I really do. I get it. The Ruined King was meant to come out before the Sentinel of Light event in League of Legends. And it was a really fun time. Like, it showed off all the characters and stuff. I didn't have to play League of Legends to enjoy them. It had Braum in it, which, you know, grand old time. But I could never shake over the fact that it introduces Viego, the Ruined King himself, looking like a ghost twink. It eventually leads to half of the party from the Ruined King game don't show up as Sentinels of Light. Instead, we get random picks of all time. And then it introduces Unbound Thresh, turns the skeleton into a human, and I'm just like, well, that's great. I wonder what this Elden Ring world looked like in its heyday when the buildings were whole. I think about that a lot, actually. I would love to know, like, if George R. Martin, because he wrote basically the mythos and the world before FromSoft decided, all right, time to do the post-apocalyptic treatment that they do with all their games. So I would love to like maybe sit down and read like how he came up with it or whatever prose he wrote for it, and I would love to also know what his thoughts were when translating certain characters that were in his head to what they became afterwards. Alright, so we're gonna just fight Agil, and then we'll call it a stream. Ew, random and lame. Oh, so League of Legends disappointed you, did it? It does that sometimes. The worst part is I don't mind the concept of like Thresh being human as a disguise, but when he shows his scary ghost. Look, I love children vibes in the game. They are aplenty, I assume. What I only go to is, you know, seeing certain patterns that are in past Souls games that they like to use for concepts and stuff like that, but, you know, told in a different way. Anyway, here's Agil. And now she is standing on nothing. Missed. Ow. Nice. Couple extra hits in. Stab her in the eye. Get some magic damage. Call Torrent. Run this way. And she fell on a tree again. Good game. One of the few issues with this game, when you have characters like the flying dragons, they tend to fly into awkward terrain. Fire. Can we get a third one? Alright, well, not a third, but on a heal. So she might disappear. Finding her a little too close. Got her. Oh good, Fortnite installed also. Just in time. Dragon Heart. And your Draconic power is available at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Actually, you know what would be a good example, though, of stories just kind of getting thrown to the wayside in games is the Fable series. I really loved growing up, but like the stories just became just blasé as it went on. And mechanically, certain combat aspects were improved, but mechanically, the good and evil system just kind of got sideways. Like, oh, we have to prepare for this true darkness coming. We need to pull economic strings in order to prepare for it. That makes you evil, though, if you want to prepare it with money. It's like, what? I don't know if that was a take on capitalism or not, but weird choice. Anyway.
Beautiful work. Felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back. It's used in Dragon Communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast.
Evil and me.
You must not forget, though, those who partake in Dragon Communion will one day shed their humanity, their hunger for dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment, the strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that Dragon Communion is ruinous.
I would say you probably like... I like Fable 1 a lot. It's really clunky compared to the other two, but its story I really, really like a lot. That's an example right there. The story I still really enjoy, but the gameplay is a little aged, but it's still my favorite of the three. And then they went on to make a what's it called? Motion Connect game, and like some weird like Little Big Planet mini game of the plush characters, and now they're making a remake. And I don't know what that's going to look like, or how it's going to play by comparison. I wanted to play Fable 1, but the game kept crashing on this Xbox. On my Xbox. Oh dear.
You must not forget those who partake.
Anyway, let's go do Dragon Communion and then probably wrap up in a minute. So, got to this area just in case for this certain thing. I don't know if I'll actually be able to use any of these because going into sorcery, and these not only are usually faith-based spells, but they also require large amounts of arcane. Before I go and commune, let me look and read the Dragon Heart. Dragon Heart seized by a dragon tracker. Riddled with gravel stone, this grotesque organ continues to beat Vivek. It beats. Anyway, an offering used in the Dragon Communion consumed the dragon's heart at the altar to make its power yours. While a terrible and savage-looking thing, the heart has a peculiar beauty to it. Then also wanted to read Deathroot, a source that gives rise to those who live in death. The beast clergyman found in bestial sanctum in the distant east collects and devours these roots. On the night of the dire plot, the stolen rune of death enabled the first death of a demigod. Later, the rune of death spreads across the lands between through the underground roots of the great tree sprouting in the form of Deathroot. What do you think of the last Tempest game, by the way? You guys killed a bunch of devils. I really liked it. I definitely... One of those, like, hang on, none of us are really prepared for doing a full minigame like this, so probably should end this real quick. Those kits of death, though, packed a punch. Yeah, I can't use any. Yeah, see, I need faith and arcane to be brought up. Yeah, so I can't really use it, but I'll just... Here. And then you eat the heart to get the power. Elden. Like 5d10 make-out sessions. Nah. No, not particularly, no. Alright. God damn. Okay. So I think this is where we'll end for tonight. So, yeah, a slight miscalculation on my part. Not really miscalculation. I just want to be able to stream early to fight Margit for more people to watch than everything at 1 in the morning. Yeah, so I guess we technically did fail to put our foolish ambition to rest. Anyway. It's... This is just a small piece of the map. It's going to get bigger. But anyway, so tomorrow we're going to head up to Stormvale, face off against Margit, fight Godric, and etc. and see where we go from there. So, with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. Elena, if you're still going to be up, I'll bug you on Discord. Anyway, bye-bye.